Guys, I up. I did not test the brand new YoloBox. I've been using these little streaming boxes, the Magewell Director Mini. I like them, but there's some really interesting things that you need to know. Test, test, test. I've been live streaming for 10 years, and I made some stupid mistakes. I feel like an idiot, but I want to share it with you guys so that you don't have the same problems. Let's get into it. All right, so first of all, I've been live streaming for over 10 years. I'm a big vMix fan. I love using vMix. I love using NDI, and I love using PTZ cameras. You just set them up, you zoom them in. I got a joystick. I was using my PTZ Optics SuperJoy last night. Everything's great, right? But instead of using vMix, instead of using my laptop, I wanted to try one of these little touchscreen video switchers because it's so small, it's battery powered, it's got 4 HDMIs. It's like, this is going to be great. My plan was to use a YoloBox Ultra, this is the 4K version, and NDI. Power over Ethernet for all my cameras, easy peasy. Now I've had a great experience with the Magewell Director Mini. This thing is awesome. Like when I take this out of the box, you'll see it's just, I've got 2 batteries on this. So literally I've been taking this places, plugging it into my cameras. This is a rock solid device and it works with NDI right out of the box. But it's only got 2 HDMIs and it's not 4K. So it's like, you know what? At the Stream Geeks, we like to test everything. I bought one of these YOLO boxes that's 4K. I set it up. I've got 3 NDI cameras set up with PoE. Everything is working great. And I get a message on this device that I have 5 minutes until my NDI will stop working unless I upgrade it for $99. Oh, okay, YOLO, you want to make $99 for an NDI activation fee. Fine, I'll pay for it. So I log in, I pay for it, and I get a message that says, we'll get back to you within 1 to 2 days. My live stream is in 15 minutes. I was so upset. I had to rearrange a bunch of things. All right, so here's how we actually solved the problem. Because NDI was not working, I had to use HDMI. Luckily, the PTZ Optics SuperJoy supports NDI natively. You don't have to pay $99 to update it. It just works when you get the product. And it has an HDMI output. So every camera connected to the SuperJoy, I was able to output via HDMI into the YoloBox. The YoloBox will work with HDMI every time, right? So I was able to use my SuperJoy to save the day, and I just ended up using the HDMI on the back. I had 2 HDMI ports, one coming from my SuperJoy, and I had another HDMI that was long enough to run to one of my PTZ Optics cameras. So I had a 2-camera production instead of 3. It threw me for a loop. I was sweating, but I found a solution, and I wish I would have tested more, but that's the solution. If you're in the middle of a production, always pack extra HDMI cables. Always pack a backup. I should have had a backup laptop. I never wanted my vMix laptop so bad. I was like, why did I switch to these touchscreen things? I was so mad at myself. And then the one little story too, by the way, the principal of the school comes to me and he goes, thank you so much for live streaming, for recording this. We didn't even live stream it, for recording this. I'm going to tell all the parents to put away their cell phones so that they don't have to record it since your recording is going to be so great. I'm sitting there with this YoloBox going, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to record this thing. I'm contacting YOLO. Please unactivate my NDI sources. And then I get a message that they might contact me in 1 to 2 days. So the pressure that I was under from a live streaming and production, I hope YoloBox fixes this problem because the principal is literally telling all the parents, these are my friends. These are the people in my community. Don't use your phones to record. And I could have missed it, and everyone would have been so mad at me. So I hope that YoloBox listens to this and fixes this. I do like these things, but that's just the world we live in. It's a live production space, and you got to have backups, and you got to have a plan. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff, and having these tiny little devices for doing all of our video switching, I like it. I like it a lot. It's small, it's compact, it's easy. I think that a lot of people who are just getting into production, this makes sense to them. It's small, it fits in your hands, it's got a little touch screen, you don't need a keyboard, a mouse, software, Windows updates. I like these things, but we're at a part in the industry where these little things have some finicky things. Like, I'll give you a couple more examples of things I didn't know about this. Out of the box, by default, this thing will cut your video clips every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, I was getting a thing, oh, recording stopped. Oh, recording started again. And so by default, every 15 minutes, my videos were getting cut in half. That was annoying. But you know, it's a learning experience, right? These are really cool. I hear YOLO's doing a lot of great things. I'm gonna start playing with this more. I wanna try the instant replay. Like, these are powerful devices that are gonna really change the industry in a big way. But I made the mistake, and I've been streaming for 15 years. I've done every stream. I've done sports. I've done, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I've even forgot. I thought streaming was so easy, a little touchscreen. No, you gotta test this stuff. And hopefully you can subscribe to our channel. We're gonna be sharing not just all the good, but the bad too, so that we can all get better together. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.